I have captured many player characters in my day, but none so easily as this. The party knew that the Church of the Everlasting Dawn was holding one of their companions, the Barbarian, for questioning in their penitent cells. When they couldn't agree on a plan of action, the Bard simply approached the Black Chapel and asked the Cathars they found there if they could go and speak with their friend. "You mean the one we imprisoned?" asked the Cathars, "for collaborating with that heretic von Richten. You're his friend?" The Bard agreed and confirmed that they were indeed a disciple of the avowed heretic Rudolf von Richten. The Cathars looked at each other and shrugged. Down in the dripping dungeon below the chapel, they led the Bard to a cell. Before allowing them to speak with their companion, they asked the Bard to remove all their weapons. The Bard obliged, and the Cathars opened the door for them. Upon entering the cell, the Bard saw that it was empty. Before they could react, the Cathars closed and locked the door behind them, pausing long enough to give each other a high five. 2 PCs for the price of 1. Nice and neat. Now, I want to clarify, this opportunity fell directly in my lap. I did not engineer this capture, nor indeed the original capture. In fact, the thesis of this video is that as a dungeon master, you should never orchestrate any player's capture for any reason. You should always be open to the possibility, but you should never anchor your adventure around someone getting caught. There's a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, it almost certainly won't work. Players, especially the higher level they get, are notorious for their ability to worm their way out of any situation. If they have access to the party's full resources, at least one player can easily evade capture from anything but the most magically over-prepared foes. 90% of the time, it is an exercise in futility. Now, that's not to say you couldn't simply stack the deck against your party. Of course you could. But you shouldn't, for reason number 2. They'll see it coming. Player characters can smell when the fix is in. If they get a sense that a fight is rigged against them, especially with the intent to capture, it sucks all the fun out of the room. If they know that the story only progresses if they're arbitrarily caught, well then their choices don't matter, and they are quite definitionally railroaded. By all means, send your baddies to capture PCs. It's a great scenario, if you can swing it. Ideal case, though, it's always in your back pocket. You must always assume that they will somehow get away and live to fight another day. It is extremely rare, though not impossible, that the entire party gets organically bagged. Somebody's gonna teleport, or turn invisible, or succeed on that last stealth check to slip the noose. And you have got to account for that. What have I learned? Don't hinge your entire adventure around capturing the party. Instead, savor the rare instance when it happens on its own.